What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Fish Aquatics. Today I found one of my fancy goldfish out in my 125 stuck behind some rocks. I don't know how long they were in there. Went to work in the morning. I didn't check on them. When I got back home, I noticed that one of my fish was missing. So I went looking, and he had crammed himself into in a tight spot behind some rocks and couldn't get himself out. He was in there all day struggling, and I moved him to a 10-gallon, which is this tank right behind me, to try and help save him. He was not in good condition. Half of his tail was missing. He had a lot of abrasions and a lot of cuts on his body, and when I first saw him, I feared the absolute worst. So I'm going to show you a quick video right here of what he looked like.
Smelling it all over again.
So what I did at this point is I immediately brought him out into the quarantine tank, and I put him in and I evaluated him. What exactly is wrong? You know, is there any kind of infection setting in? How does it look? Does it look like I can save him? Of course I'm going to try, but as a fish keeper you never know. So I decided I was going to dose the tank with erythromycin. I have the empty packet right here still. Now erythromycin, I believe, here's the package. This treats fin and tail rot, gill disease, mouth fungus, open red sores, and hemorrhagic septicemia. So this medicine basically treats fungal and bacterial infections. So I figure this is what I'm going to try because I want to prevent any of that from happening. Right, so you don't want it setting in. If you can get it to not set in first and prevent it from setting in, it's a lot easier to take care of the fish and heal them back up. The second thing I was going to do is I dosed aquarium salt. Right, so the aquarium salt is a 10-gallon tank. I dosed 1 tablespoon per 3 gallons, so this tank got 3 tablespoons of aquarium salt. And I made sure I did a water change before I dosed any of that, so that way he had nice clean water. So I treated those medications, I did the water change, and then treated, and just let him go. Kept the lights off. I didn't feed him or anything because you don't want anything going into the tank that would affect anything. I didn't want to feed him until I noticed that he was getting better. So after about 3 days, I came back and I was checking him out, and he looked a little better, so I'm going to show you a quick video here of what he looked like then. So as you can see there, he was looking a lot better, but he still had that one bulgy thing on his side, which it looked like a little bubble that was pushing one of his scales that had been peeled off out. And I was kind of worried about that. I didn't really know what was going to happen with it. But on a good note, I checked on him today. It's another 3 to 4 days now, and he is looking much, much better. That bubble is gone. The scale is no longer there. He has not had a single bacterial or fungal infection set in, and he's doing much, much better. You've probably seen him here behind me swimming around. So I'm going to move the camera up close enough to where you guys can see him and get you guys a good view of what he looks like after about 7 days. He's still not back to what he should be. He's probably about 50% cut up, so he is pretty severely injured. But he's being real good about it. As you can see, he's swimming around perfectly fine in there. So we'll go ahead and get the camera up close here and see if we can see him. Now, this fish was completely orange. All of the white spots that you see on him are where he was injured. Both of his eyes were completely clouded over. That cloudiness is gone. His fin, his tail, not this side, but this side over here, you can see most of the tail is white. The tail was completely gone and worn right down to the little fingers that stick out that actually control the tail. That's all that was left. He had a hole worn in his head, and overall he just was not in good condition. But as you can see, his tail has already grown back. It's only been 7 days. The tail is healed. All of his other wounds are healing, and overall he looks like he's in pretty good condition. So I'll set this back up here. So I just wanted to show you guys this video on if you guys do have a fish that gets injured, you can treat that. Don't worry, you know, it might look bad, you fear for the worst. You know, I feared for this guy. He's one of my favorite fish. I love my ranchos. But you can heal it. So you just want to make sure that you always have medications on hand, because you never know when you're going to need them. I just did a video on ick because one of my guppies got ick, and right now my whole 55-gallon tank is in quarantine. So I'm making sure I treat those guys for that. He's getting treated for his injuries. So you want to make sure you always have those medications on hand. I always keep erythromycin, General Cure, ICX, and aquarium salt on hand. Those are pretty much all you're going to need to cover all your bases, and you can actually see all the ICX in my fingers still. But that covers all your bases. That'll treat 99% of things that you're going to see in the fish hobby. So just wanted to give you guys a little video and an update on how he's doing. I'm hoping within another week I can put him back into the 125, and he'll be back in there with everybody else in a big tank, and he'll be happy again. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like, comment on the video if you want to, and make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and click that subscribe button right there. And if you want to check out some more of my content, go ahead and click on either two of these videos right here to see more content. And I will see you guys in the next video.